We set Dramatic Minds up 3 years ago, and it originated in Wagga in 2008. We decided that it was such a good program that we would try and implement it here. It's a health promotion activity. It targets causes, occurrence, outcome and health-seeking behaviour for young people around mental illness. The criteria is to research, write and perform an original 10-minute play on the festival night.
As an outsider, you don't understand that inside view about it. You only see the person struggling. And so I think before we had someone come and talk to us, we really didn't know any of that. And so we were trying to build our play off nothing but stereotypes.
My role as a clinician in Dramatic Minds is to visit the schools. As a clinician going into the school setting, I find that it's easier to access a wider audience that mightn't have the confidence or mightn't be able to access mental health services in general, and I find that it's a good opportunity to break down that stigma and break down the barriers that some people have.
I feel it's important for a couple of reasons. One is that it's really good for the students to explore and understand various mental health illnesses and the impact that they have in everyday society, and I guess as part of our Year 9 course, the students look at mental health as part of their health program, and we felt it was nice to dovetail that with what we're doing in the performing arts as well.
And I was really excited to learn more about, what Dramatic Minds was. I've never heard of it before, and I thought it'd be a really good idea to get the whole class involved. And through this experience, we've all really gotten close, and we've learned about each other, and we've learned about the illness OCD.
I thought mental health was something sad. I didn't really understand what type of pain they were going through.
And I sort of just thought they were just different, and I didn't understand why or how.
I guess one of the main challenges I find in discussing mental health with young people is the lack of a vocabulary that some young people have. They don't know how to discuss their problems, and that comes from the family down, I guess, that that language isn't really there.
I came into this, this whole concept with my own prejudices and my own stereotypes, and it was good to have those broken down as well.
With some of the volunteering work I do, we deal with people that have disabilities or mental illnesses, and I just thought it would be just in general a great thing to just learn about and have a better knowledge of, just as a life skill.
In the first visit, I gave the students some general information about mental health. In the second and third visits, we are sort of tightening down the performances. They're asking a lot of questions to me. Sometimes I give them anecdotal evidence and stories. Sometimes I discuss things about research and treatments.
We worked with Marco, and our teacher got us some information on OCD, and so we kind of put that in, and then we decided to add a type of tormenting scene to act like the demons in the mind.
Hopeless, fear, crazy, messy, ruined, worthless, undone.
They come up with all the things about what they want to do in the play, and I'm just speaking with them about the clinical side of things. So what symptoms are like, what sort of problems people come in to discuss.
I think we all had stereotypes in our head. We couldn't help it. That was just what we knew already. We sort of knew that people that had psychosis were the crazy people that heard voices and talked to themselves, but really they deal with a lot more than that, and some of their hallucinations are quite frightening.
One thing I really noticed during the duration of our visits is that confidence increases in being able to talk about their mental illnesses in the second and third visits in the schools that I've been to. Some of the kids start to talk about, my parent has had this issue, or someone I know.
A number of people that have been researching their play have then identified that, oh my goodness, I think actually I'm presenting with quite a number of these symptoms. Then having linked in with the teachers and said, gosh, I think I might have depression, and being able to link in with the GP and get onto that early.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to go in and do something that's classed as early intervention, as opposed to a lot of clinical work is usually can be crisis driven, or it can be someone that's already been presenting with issues for some time, where you're talking with kids that might be at risk of developing symptoms or at risk of mental illness. So you're able to get in early and have those early conversations, and hopefully people start to notice things when they can still seek family supports.
It gives a lovely medium to work with, a creative way to explore mental health issues.
The young people seem to be doing an amazing job of pulling their topics out and trying to showcase what the illness actually is and the impact it has on people as well. I think they've done a really good job of working through each topic and creating something that's not only visually beautiful but gives the information that the audience need.
The major benefits we've probably seen so far in the school would be a preparedness amongst the students who participated to talk about the issues that they've seen portrayed, and I guess an improvement in the number of opportunities we have to perform as well.
A lot of young people don't want to discuss their problems either. I guess they feel alone in that their problems aren't shared with anyone else and that no one has had this problem before.
Being able to experience these things on a dramatic level means that they're able to, I guess, express themselves in ways that they may not get to express themselves otherwise.
This is Graham. He has been experiencing some slight discomfort in his life since he returned from the war.
You learn so much doing it, and it's just a great experience to be up there acting out like someone that has that and has to deal with that.
My role in the production is to organise all the schools, make sure they've got their scripts ready, go visit the schools, see their rehearsal process, give them a bit of information about how the process is going to run in the theatre.
I think one of the primary benefits and what I noticed as a teacher was that a lot of students who don't take drama took Dramatic Minds, and as a result of that they got to experience the drama side of life in general without actually taking drama as a course.
For a lot of these students in our group this year, they're their first or very early stages of performance and performing on stage, and I guess they've developed a lot of confidence that's come about through the development of a performance piece.
I love performing. It was just so good to get out on the stage and you get to come up with your own script and lines and everything, and it's amazing.
Every time I go and see the schools, every time I spend time with the kids, I make sure they know exactly what it's going to be like on stage. I work through the different changes of lights and how that's going to affect them being seen and all of that kind of stuff. But I also try and make sure they know that they won't be able to see the audience, so it helps them feel more relaxed and just to think about it as if they're not performing, think about it how they would in a rehearsal room.
I guess for me, some of the most exciting things are the big night itself. You go there and there's a real buzz in the air and everyone is so excited, and personally I feel I get a real sense of ownership and pride when I go there and the performance happens, and then at the end all the kids are really excited to talk about how it went and how is this and how is that, and it's really exciting just to get that connection with the class after only a few visits. I find that really exciting.
The feedback has been really good. We've done evaluation after each festival that we've done. What the evaluation shows us is certainly that people are more aware of where to seek help from, more aware of how to identify emerging mental health issues, and I think about being more comfortable to approach people around when they're having issues around mental health.
So when I see someone I think, hey, you might have something wrong with you, I don't treat them differently. I really try and treat them as an equal person.
Well, I definitely will approach people with mental illnesses differently because I won't have all the stereotypes which I used to think were true. So I will understand more when I talk to them about what they're going through.
It makes you think deeper and really start to understand the trouble that they're going through, and you just want to support them in any way possible.
And we've all really learnt to appreciate how people with OCD, function and what they have to go through. So it's been a really good experience.